Alright, Battlefield Game 1. Not really surprising. Alright, Minion goes in immediately with a really unsafe forward air. Not out of float or anything, just sort of leapt in with a fair and ate 56% off it. Out of some really good wave shines from Shinobi. Good down smash. Does a lot of percent there. Oh! Minion was just saying earlier that he wants all his down smashes to be 0 to deaths, and there it was. That down smash was a 0 to death. That was crazy good. Yeah, that was what I was saying earlier about the pressure that Peach can apply to shields with those float canceled aerials. They're really, really safe because they're lagless. Let's see, is he gonna get the ledge? Yeah. Peach always moves, in my experience, surprisingly slowly. She falls surprisingly slowly on that parasol, so she can get like a lot more drift than you'd expect. Or she moves surprisingly quickly left to right, whichever way you look at it. But yeah, Minion's got a stock lead now. Oh, and he's got Austin off the stage again. That's just not what you want to see. Having control is really important for Fox in this matchup. Because, like, right now that Minion's in the lead, what he's going to want to do, he can, like, take any of these trades happily. Because, like, every hit he puts on Austin is just gravy. Like, it's just extra. That was an interesting up B. I'm not really sure. He was probably trying to catch Austin coming down, but he didn't get punished for it, so it wasn't really problematic. Yeah, he got caught out of Fair's windup there. The thing is with Peach is you have to, you can't like punish her on whiff because of her low landing lag out of a float cancel, but you can punish her on windup. Because if she has to wind up for that forward air, you've got to smack her out of that. And that's what Austin did a moment ago. I'm not really sure why we saw the toad there. I think it might stall Peach's fall a little bit, but not like enough to be like a consistent recovery tool. I don't know. I'll have to ask about that. Shinobi with these really good drill shine run away exchanges. He's really trying to like inch the lead back as safely as possible. Oh, it goes high. It's hard for Peach to cover higher angles just because she has a slower like vertical coverage range. She can cover low much more readily. But Minion covers that and takes game 1. Alright, we're going to Yoshi's. This is like the Fox counterpick in this stage. Like, it's got not a lot of room for Peach to like escape from Fox's rushdown. Although then again, Atma was doing a lot of approaching in game 1, so this isn't going to be a horrible stage for his Peach. Because, like, yes, Fox does benefit from, like, the close top blast zones, but it's not like Minion was trying to, like, camp out Shinobi. Yeah, Minion has shown time and time again to have really good DI on that. Smash TI is the drill hard out, so Shinobi couldn't follow up and gets a grab out of it. Very good stuff. Yeah, see, once Peach is in her float there, once she's committed, you really can just go over her, and she can't hit you. So that was what Shinobi did on that recovery. Okay, now he's hiding on the ledge with that not quite invincible ledge stomp. Yeah, nice smash DI on the drill again. I mean, he's doing a really good job of staying out of a lot of these drills. Wow, this is really even this game, so Shinobi definitely got a better look this game. And so this is just sort of very like stressful with neutral, where neither player really wants to throw moves out. And Shinobi catches Minion just sort of naring at nothing. Wave shines Peach right across the stage. Yep. Is that a dead fox? That's a dead fox. Looks like Minion wants to has started upping his turnip game a bit. Oh, that frying pan. I wanted it to hit. I wanted the frying pan. Honestly, it was probably supposed to be a fair, but I wanted that frying pan to hit. Oh, the second place jab. That I was not expecting that option, but it looked like Shinobi wasn't either. Because I was definitely expecting him to tech away again. It's a really good mix-up in the down throw. Minion sort of whiffs that edge guard, expecting Shinobi to Firefox and go high again, but doesn't cover to the ledge. It happens there again. Alright, Minion loses his third stock. So. Ooh! I don't think he wanted to hit with that turnip in that way. Oh, but that snipe, that turnip snipe was glorious. Fox was in a magnifying glass off screen. Like, there was no way that he should have been able to hit that, but he did nonetheless. That was very impressive. Shinobi up throw up air trades with Peach's nair, which is really good for Atma, because had he not traded, he would have eaten the strong hit of the up air, which would have been much, much worse. Oh, no chain grabs. I don't know if Fox is at too low percent or if Minion just dropped that. Because I know Peach's chain grab on Spacies is actually a relatively higher percent. Oh, now we are dead even again. Yeah, Shinobi has a tendency to double shine before jumping away. And that's what he did to his shield right there. Alright, now we're 1-1. Shinobi takes it on Yoshi, but that was a nail biter, and probably going to, I don't know, probably Dreamland. Just because this is the classic counter pick in this matchup. Those are the words I wanted to say. Yeah, so Dreamland, yeah. And Alston immediately running away and firing lasers. Eventually, it doesn't even bother to short hop double laser, just fires lasers on the ground. And I have not seen, like, except on edge guarding, I haven't seen Minion really like utilize good turnip play. That grab was a little bit questionable, but like we'll take it. Like it did not look like Fox was in range. Tries to tech chase, but whiffs the grab because Peach's grab range is kind of not good, as it were. Minion is still on his first stock. I actually didn't realize that. He's still holding on for dear life. Nice turnip catching Shinobi going a little bit too high for the ledge. Takes the stock off it pretty cleanly. Oh, yep. Caught him. I don't know if Minion tried to trade with that with an attack, or just took it because he knew he wouldn't make it, but either way it worked out in his favor. Shinobi is just running away and shooting lasers again. Trying to play the patient game to come back. Which is like a little bit counterintuitive. Because like if you excel at playing the patient game, it's really hard to like have a comeback victory. It's more like that's more of a play style that like capitalizes on taking an early lead and maintaining it, expanding on it. Oh! Those were some nice wave shines. Okay, yeah, I see why Minion did the toad. It stalls him in the air a little bit so he doesn't take those lasers. He calls the not side B with that turnip, but just barely misses the spot that Shinobi actually goes to. Minion going for, he's very like particular about when he's going for turnip pulls. Like he's not going for unsafe turnip pulls. It's only when like he feels that there is a space in the game where he's not threatened enough that pulling a turnip is unsafe. See, like that was the least safe turnip pull I've seen him do, and he still managed to shield that up smash and punish. Yeah, he was out of a jump there, but perfect spacing on that recovery to get around that down smash. But he doesn't get a lot more before he just gets up smashed into oblivion. Minion's looking like he's fishing for an aerial here. And he's eating a lot of laser damage and a lot of wave shine damage. Something he's got to be careful of. Because, despite what I said earlier, Shinobi playing the patient game was making a comeback. But that fair connects, and that's all we need. So now Minion is up 2-1. So this is tournament point for Darkatma. If he wins this, he wins the tournament. But if Shinobi wins 2 more matches, if he wins this one and the next one, then he will reset the bracket and we'll have to go through another best of 5. So Shinobi's got a long road ahead of him. He's got to win 5 games to take this tournament. But it's not terribly far-fetched. Okay. Are we going to Stadium? Yeah, Stadium seems like the logical choice here. Oh, yeah, that dot eyes was. I don't think Shinobi saw that it was a dot eyes. He ate 30% off like turnip nair just because it was a dot. That's like one of the many things that annoy people about Peach is that like those RNG pulls when you pull like a non-standard turnip, like those dots, stitches, and bombs and stuff.
Now this is T.O. talk. This should be our commentary name, T.O. talk. Your son's T.O.
But you're not wearing a mask.
I have one in my car. I can go get it if it's really necessary.
It's not necessary.
It's a staple now.
It's not necessary, like, because the tournament's almost over. This is the last like set or pair of sets that needs to be played.
Potentially.
Yeah, it's potentially a pair. If Austin wins this game and the next one, then it'll force the reset, and Binion only has to win one.
I mostly came over to commentary to take notes on this matchup because I'm terrible at this matchup.
It's a hard matchup because like Peach is one of those characters that can capitalize on errors.
Yeah, like
very effectively.
If you're not Chris,
I feel like that's what it is. How like most floaty characters are. It's like you've got to be like playing kind of crisp against them.
Yeah, like Martha, especially Peach, Puff, even
Ices, like
Ices, yeah,
all of those, like all of. I feel like the Marios do that too, where they can like they feed on trades.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like the first time I played against Tom or Liz, it was not fun because I just kept making mistakes and he kept chain grabbing.
Yeah, when I used to play Luigi, it was like I would catch like so many Foxes and Falcons making dumb mistakes with Nair, and then that like would lead into free auto combos to death, basically.
Luigi's combo tree is weird on fast followers.
I really like it. It's just because like every move hits up, and so they all like combo into each other.
Yeah, like I really like up tilt and up smash.
Oh yeah, up tilt,
like all
up
of
smash,
the moves.
down smash. Down smash is godlike.
Oh man, it is a light show outside. It is very thundery. You might be able to catch it on screen in the little window on the left.
Oh yeah, just a little bit on the side of Binion. Yeah. Oh, Binion with these dash attack.
Binion looking like Armada, and then
oh jeez,
Austin looking like Hacks, but not. Armada would have got that kill, and Hacks would have got that kill too. Though.
Exactly.
This is why we're not top 5. I'm really surprised the first hitbox did not hit on that. And now, is Austin gonna approach?
I think he's gonna have to, because not only is he not in the lead, but Binion is turnip farming.
Well, he is from Colombia, and he should have stayed in camp.
And is that it?
He's living.
That turnip placement was really clever. He tried to catch Austin's jump out of shine.
And definitely against like Peach in particular, Peach and Puff, like it is so hard to come back because they don't. I feel like you have to work a little harder with Fox in this matchup, but you don't see many comebacks with Fox against floaties.
Oh.
And that is the
He just needed the one grab. The forward throw will take it, and that's it. That's the tournament. Darkatma